Good morning, everybody. Today I want to do a little talk about the menopause. Now, before you switch off, don't switch off. Not yet. I'm not going through any gory details. So if you're male and you don't want to know, fine, because I'm not going to give you any gory details. If you're female and you don't want to know, I'm not going to give you any gory details about symptoms and all that kind of thing. Today I'm hopefully going to give you 2 tips to help you with any menopause symptoms that you might be having. This morning, actually in the last 10 minutes, I've just been driving home in my car and I've heard on the radio that it is now possible to buy hormone replacement therapy over the counter in the UK at pharmacies. This has worried me lots. Let me go back and I'll tell you why. When I was a young woman, I had no idea what the menopause was. But by looking at my own mother when she was going through the menopause, the idea I had of it is that the menopause turned you into an evil bitch from hell who was often complaining about how hot it was in the house. And we would be sat there with hats and coats on, freezing to death, while my mother was complaining that the house was too hot. She was very irritable and very nasty at times. Right, fast forward. Over the last few decades, it has been quite common for a doctor to give menopausal women hormone replacement therapy. The latest studies, or the last studies that I heard of, were a little bit cautionary about the use of HRT because of its propensity to help women who have some hereditary gene that switches on for breast cancer. The HRT was found to be more likely to cause breast cancer in someone who had a propensity for that through the genetic line. So I'm very surprised that HRT is now able to be purchased over the counter. I'm asking myself why. I have a really good idea why, but I'm not going to go into this on this channel. I am not a GP. I'm a holistic therapist. I'm a naturopathic therapist. So my go-to toolkit when I'm feeling unwell is never medication first. It is always alternative therapies, alternative herbs and medicines, and anything that I could probably eat or cut out of my diet. Any sort of type of exercise that I could do, or any type of breathing technique. I will try anything first before going to the GP. Now, that is not my advice to you for any medical reason. My advice to you is to know your facts first. Know about your body, your body's history, your genetic propensity before rushing off to the chemist and buying HRT. There will be many thousands of women who need HRT, and that is fine. But for those of you who have been denied HRT by your GP, as I was, I am going to share you 2 acupressure points that you can use depending on your symptoms. Okay. In traditional Chinese medicine, the menopause is seen to be too much heat or too little heat in the kidney meridian, the kidney area. I'm not saying there's something wrong with your kidneys. I'm talking about the kidney meridian. It's either running too hot or it's running too cold. That is as a consequence of hormones being changed within the body. And there are 2 acupressure points that you can use. In order to decipher which one is the right one for you. You need to ask yourself what your symptoms are. If you have warmer hands and feet, much warmer extremities, if you have night sweats, and if you often have backache, it is too much heat. I had to think about that. It's a long time since I've gone into it. I just do it. Too much heat. Sorry, too little heat. I'm right. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. So if you have much warmer extremities, you have night sweats at night, and you suffer from backache quite regularly, you have too much heat. Too much heat. So the things that you can do: go to bed before 11 p.m. Go to bed before 11 p.m. Avoid spices, chilies, gingers, nutmegs, anything that adds heat, cinnamon, anything that adds heat to a dish. And eat more eggs, scallops, and duck, if you like duck. And then with that, if you have the warmer extremities, you have the night sweats, and you suffer from backache, avoid spicy food. Go to bed before 11 and eat more duck, eat more eggs, and eat scallops if you like them. You don't have to eat scallops, but not many people like scallops. Not many people like like duck, so increase your egg consumption. Along with that is an acupressure point, which I can't show you because I told you before I'm crap with technology, and it runs on both sides of your body. And if you go onto the inside of your ankle and you put your thumbs on either ankle and then just move your thumbs back, you'll find a dip. Move your thumbs back on line with the ankle towards the heel, you'll feel a dip. Press very firmly for between 1 and 3 minutes. It will feel uncomfortable. In traditional Chinese medicine, that starts to decrease the heat in the body. Of course, you don't just do it for 1 minute and that's it, you're cured. It's something that you would need to do every day. Preferably, if you suffer from night sweats, do it just before going to bed and see how, if it's made any difference over a week. Don't expect it to work overnight. You've had issues with your hormones for longer than overnight, so it's not going to go away overnight. You keep having to diffuse the heat in the kidney meridian. That's the one. The second point is for people who suffer from, obviously you're going to feel overheated, but if you have water retention and you are menopausal and you feel quite lethargic, and if you go from being freezing cold to really hot flushing, then your kidney meridian is too cold. So with that, there is no bedtime for you. So you can go to bed after 11 p.m. But avoid pears, avoid green tea, avoid beer, and avoid crab. Eat more beef, prawns, mutton, and ginger. If you think your kidney meridian is too cold, that doesn't mean go to the spice cupboard and chilify everything that you eat. It's asking you need to eat more ginger, not chili, not really hot spices. Ginger, it just warms it up a bit, because you can go the other way. If you think, oh well, my kidney meridian's too cold, so I'm just going to really spice it up and I'm going to eat lots of hot curries, you could find yourself having too much heat in the kidney and then having to do the routine for too much heat. I hope this is making sense. The acupressure point for that runs again on both sides of your body. By the way, the acupressure point that I gave you for too much heat is called kidney 3 or Taiji. The Taiji point, kidney 3. If you're not sure of where to press, I'm sure you can find it on the internet somewhere. I'm sure there'll be something on Google. I'm sure there will be something on even YouTube where someone maybe has a bit more savvy with technology. Anyway, going back to too little heat, just eat a little bit more ginger, more beef, prawns, mutton, walnuts even. Walnuts are very good for too little heat. The acupressure point is located again on the inside of your leg. If you put your hand, 4 fingers, just above the ankle, in the midline of the inside of your leg, at the top where the 4th finger is, it's about 4 inches above your ankle on the inside of your leg. It's usually, we measure with our own fingers, so it's usually 4 fingers width. So imagine that's my ankle. I'm going to go 4 fingers, that's my point, and I'm going to press it on the leg on the inside. Hope that helps. Just try it for a week. If you seriously cannot deal with the symptoms of menopause, if you simply cannot deal with the symptoms of menopause, then you should visit your doctor. And I would be asking for them to do a full medical history on you. I would be asking my female relatives, mother, grandmother, sisters, aunties, I would be asking them, if you don't already know, if there is a history of breast cancer in the family. And if you don't have any family to ask, I would perhaps seek more medical clarification. The thing is, before HRT was created, women all over the world dealt with issues of menopause. Mostly they did it silently and other people weren't aware of it. Certainly my mother tried to be silent, but her anger and her mood swings got the better of her, so we had no, she couldn't hide it. If you are like me and you cannot take HRT for whatever reason, you have little choice but to look further into more natural ways of dealing with it. It's ginseng. American ginseng is good for menopause. Cutting things out of your diet, drinking more water, having more physical exercise, getting out into the fresh air, all the things that you're told to do if you have an issue with depression or anxiety, all those little things make a difference. Having friends, having social activities, even maybe just going out on the town one night a month with the girls, letting your hair down. But if there is too much heat, if there's too much heat in your kidney meridian, you need to leave off the beer. Think about something else that you can have. So now, before I go, I'm going to do a postcard from Spirit. Later on, if I get time, I'm actually doing a reading tonight for a client. Hello, I thought she was coming. Come on. Come on. This is Sybil. Now I got Sybil yesterday from Auntie Maxine. So if you are watching Auntie Maxine, she's here. She's a little shit, but I do love her. And cute is she, but she's a sod. So this is Sybil's debut on Straighten Your Crown Tarot. She is my little familiar, but she's always here. I'm surprised it took her this long to come. So let me do this postcard from Spirit. Do you want to get down, chicken? Go on then. Don't be dragging that down. Come on now. Come on, monkey. So let's do this postcard from Spirit and then I'll get off. Sybil. She's named after Sybil Leek, a very famous witch. Yesterday I was going to call her Olive, but because she's a little shit, I think Sybil suits her more. Sybil, come on. Oh, what are you doing? So she sleeps for ages, and then when she wakes up, she's tear-arsing around the house like, I don't know. Like a Scud missile. Right. There's three. So I'm going to put them face down. I'm going to feel for the heat. Okay, I've just seen number one in the fire, so let's have a look. Number one. We are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You are stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect, but you can know. You little bugger. I've lost my place, hang on. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, Spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. So, sounds like someone's starting a new journey. And I'm not surprised, because I believe on the 10th we have a full moon, which means in just a few days we will start a new cycle. Full moons are about endings, about getting rid of things, about letting things go. And after a full moon, what do we bring in? The new moon, where we embrace the new. So within the next couple of weeks, quite a few of us are going to be letting go of whatever shit's been bogging us down and welcoming in the new, whatever that is going to be. Right, I'm going to find this little cat and I'm going to lock her out of this room because she's a little shit, but she's adorable. Oh, she's here. Sybil? No, she buggered off again. I'll speak to you soon. Take care and be kind.